Every government shutdown raises the same anxious question. When will I get paid again? If you're a federal employee, furloughed or accepted, here's how back pay really works, when you can expect it, and how it affects your retirement contributions, benefits, and leave. And why back pay is guaranteed. Before 2019, back pay after a shutdown depended on whether Congress passed a separate law. But that changed with the Government Employee Fair Treatment Act of 2019. That law guarantees that all federal employees, furloughed and accepted, receive full back pay as soon as funding resumes. So even if your paychecks stop temporarily, the money isn't lost. It's just delayed. However, that guarantee doesn't include contractors. So if you're a federal contractor, your agency might not be authorized to compensate you for missed time. For federal employees under FERS or CSRS, this protection ensures your service time and retirement eligibility remain fully intact. 2. When will you actually see the money? Here's what most people don't realize. Back pay isn't issued immediately when the shutdown ends. It takes time for agencies and payroll providers to process. Historically, it's taken 10 business days after a funding bill passes for back pay to appear in employee accounts. If the shutdown ends mid-pay period, you'll typically receive one combined check covering all missed pay periods and deductions. This is when HR and payroll systems are overwhelmed, so small errors or missed deductions, especially for TSP or insurance, can occur. And that's why it's important to check your LES once it arrives. If you're nearing retirement or tracking service time closely, make sure this shutdown doesn't create an unexpected gap in your records or TSP contributions. Visit federalpensionadvisor.com to schedule your shutdown impact review. We'll walk through your service credit, pay history, and TSP status to make sure your retirement timeline stays on track, even during a funding delay. 3. What happens to benefits during the delay even though you're not receiving pay? Your FEHB and FEGLI coverage continue uninterrupted. Premiums just accumulate and are automatically deducted when back pay is issued. That means you won't lose health or life insurance coverage due to a shutdown. TSP contributions, on the other hand, pause while payroll is frozen. Once funding returns, contributions and matching restart automatically. But missed pay periods mean fewer total contributions for the year. If you want to catch up and still hit the annual contribution limit, you may need to temporarily increase your contribution percentage later in the year. 4. Leave accrual and back pay. While you're furloughed, annual and sick leave accrual pauses because you're in non-pay status. But once back pay is issued, that leave time is restored retroactively. If you're planning to retire during or shortly after a shutdown, it's smart to double-check your leave record after the back pay posts. Sometimes there's a lag before those balances update. 5. Tax withholding and deductions. When back pay is finally issued, your federal and state taxes, retirement contributions, TSP, and insurance deductions will all be processed as if you had received your pay normally. That can make your back pay check look smaller than expected, because all those withholdings come out at once. It's not a mistake. It's the system catching up. Bottom line, shutdowns are stressful, but your pay, pension, and benefits are protected by law. Your money will arrive, your service credit will count, and your retirement eligibility stays intact. The key is to stay proactive. Check your LES once back pay posts. Confirm your TSP contributions restarted correctly. Review your leave balances for accuracy. If you're nearing retirement, take advantage of this time to get organized. Visit federalpensionadvisor.com to schedule your federal benefits review and make sure your retirement plan stays on track, no matter what happens in Washington.